Hi guys, good evening. I'm just sharing the link. Give me one moment and I'll be with you guys. Guys, just 1 second. My system is getting started. So wait. Hi Devinder, hi Raman, hi Pradeep, hi Kamal, hi Ike, hi Ashish, hi Sketch. Can you guys see my screen? I don't know. It's just getting come on, come on. Let's see the chat. So many instances are opened. Let me just go here, go live. Oh, hi Ashish, hi Sketch, hi Nitesh, hi Prakash, hi Gaurav, Sanjay, Sandeep, Dinesh, Lalita, Vishal, Shrikant, Vani, Arslan, Justin. Yes, Sandeep, Devinder, Arslan, Nitesh, Hike, Misi, Ganesh, Srini, Ramesh. Hi everyone. Thank you for joining in. I'm actually just trying to connect properly. Close, close, close. I think there was something wrong in this thing or so. Finally, it was fixed and I'm logged in. Yes, Arsalan, I think something is there. It's kind of taking a lot of memory into my computer, and now close. I don't need that. All right, it's all good now. All right, hi and welcome everyone. Hi, Tari, Sharvin, Viren, Devinder, Kulwant. Thank you, Kulwant Singh. I hope my warning which I gave since July, that mid of September we should have some substantial cool off. And just imagine, like, nobody in the industry was expecting more hikes, and everybody's expecting more Hi Nilesh by cuts by the end of this year, maybe the second quarter of 2024. But what happened? Fed clearly mentioned that yes, they are going to have more hikes. Second thing, they said we are going to have more persistence of this current rates. So may not even have a rate cut in even 2024. And that was my thing. Like, if you go back to my tweet where I posted 1 second, where I posted this thing. Oh, wow. Yes, if you see, we talked about this points, right? 25 basis point, that was my only positive point. If we had that hike, I'm telling you, we would have seen a breakout, but that never happened. Now, we did not had a hike, plus the idea of hike with high terminal rate, market will not like that. Break of 44.58 can lead to 43.25. Also, I gave you a level of 45.10, and below 45.10, if we lose 44.95, the game is on the short side. And that exactly happened. From 44.80 area, if you take a shot, it's almost a 100-point down move, uh, which we are almost there. But again, we have to consider a few more things. One thing, if you have noticed in this market in the last couple of days, there was not even a single attempt to buy, if you realize it. And why is that? Hi, Sven. Good evening. Hi, Kunal. Why it happened? It happened because there is liquidity crunch. If there is not enough liquidity, market will not go up. I have been vocal about this head and shoulders for quite a long. Finally, it's shaping up. I clearly mentioned that if we lose 44.58, we will not stop until 43.82. We went down in a straight line. We are making a head and shoulders right clear. We are on this neckline. Now, where did we bounce? We bounce right on this dotted black line. This dotted black line will give us a clear picture. Are we going to fill this gap, which is 43.25, or we are going to just bounce from here? Okay. So we need to be very careful here. We might see some, like, because we have seen some substantial sell off in the last 2 days. So I really want to see if we do not break 43.95 on the higher side, let's go and short it. Okay. Shorting will make you money. Again, like for the last 2 days, I had some issues at the work, some really difficult things were going around. So I was not focusing much on trading, but I'm glad that all the information which I shared with respect to the market and levels worked out really well for you guys. And I've seen many people who saved a lot of money by following what I said. Okay. Now that's the learning you need to carry on. And next time when we have some similar circumstances, use this information from your acumen and react. Okay. So do not go what Twitter is saying, because majority of them, like, I'll give you examples. Somebody will buy an option and next day there's a news around that and they will start claiming, oh, I had a massive breakout on that option. That's not how you make money. That's a luck. When you are live in the market and when you trade based on a level, that is what is called technical analysis, not what happened overnight. Just be very clear about this. So do not, like, many people will post these things. So avoid getting like enticed from those. Better work on yourself, spend some more time and make money. It may be a slow process, but it is definitely going to return with some good profits to you. All right. We'll talk more about where we are heading now, but I am really glad that people use this information and saved a lot of money on their end. So let's start our daily session. We'll start from our scans. And very first thing we'll start is, again, if you are a trader and if you look this simple scan, Caterpillar was open, high were same, and then bang, we got down move. Yes, Kulwanji, it does take time, and when you know the levels, you can anticipate it is going to get rejected. So there's nothing substantial on this open high low, but let's go into our favorite inside day. I doubt we'll have anything. I don't know why Think or Swim is taking too much time. Usually it's quick. Let me try some other. Let me try bearish candle patterns. No results. Bullish candle patterns, which I doubt have nothing. Inside day can to ENPH. ENPH in the last 2 days have held good support, but it is like butchered. So I don't know whether it's going to sustain or not. So all in all, we do not have any good items coming out of this gap. Now, let's see where we are in terms of pivot levels. So these were our levels. Last time we discussed from 44.88. Now we're almost like 100 point below this area. Same with 15,300. We broke 15,140 and we came right to 1. And I'll show you on the chart where we have. Now, first thing, the DMI is still neutral. It's not turned a negative yet. Okay. So be a little careful here. I also wanted DMI to turn red. Show me that yes, there is negative strength. That trend, the red line is taking over the 12 green line. So it actually is negative in trend. All right. China got bounced. Maybe it's like overly sold out. Let me just check. Because I took a lot of loss on Baba in last few days. So if China is bouncing, then I'm gonna throw my phone. It just bounced, yes. Almost 200 points up, China. Let me just check what's happening with Baba. Baba is up like $2. All right, let's come back here. So from a trend point of view, we are negative. So the short is good. Now, what we can see that this red line has crossed above the green line. So trend is negative. We were rejected from 38.2. We were rejected from 23.6, which is 43.82. Now, we should fill this gap tomorrow. I think 43.25 is the area where we should fill this gap. The only thing which I want is sell, let it little rise towards 43.20 because there is no gap right here. Okay. And one thing keep in mind, if we are creating head and shoulders, which currently we are in, this is called neckline. This is called shoulder. This is called a head. This is called a shoulder. Now, shoulder 1 and shoulder 2. Usually, if we break this neckline, which we almost are, then it goes the length, which is right here. It goes beneath that length. So roughly, I am expecting 4,200 right there. If something positive doesn't come up, which I don't see anywhere, plus, as I said, October 1st, moratorium will be there, and there's no liquidity at all in the market. So this is going to push more and more downside. So I expect still 200 points from this 200 to, I would say, 180 to 200 points I'm expecting on the downside. Again, that depends if we lose this black line. Okay. So let's also look at the book map before we jump onto the levels. On the higher side, I have a very limited expectation, and that can only happen if we cross 43.95, this area. Then at this level, you see right at this level, we had a close, open, high, and close. So this area, which is roughly 44.10, will be the tough area tomorrow to cross. So short is now, because we are already short, so I'm going to give 50-50 again, because I still think we are overextended on the short. So a little bounce will help. And then we can go short. Unemployment data is going to be an important data tomorrow. So let's watch. If there is less unemployment, market will not take that as positive and market will just go down. Okay. And on the day of this, I posted few things. First was that whatever Powell is commenting, he is creating confusion, and market does not like confusion or uncertainty. And if market doesn't like uncertainty, market goes down. And that's why I was of the positive thing that if there is a rate hike, then we know that how many more hikes are there. Right now, that number is not known, is unknown. Okay, so just always keep that in mind, that market never likes uncertainty. So bookmap, let's see if it is loading. So on the bookmap, if you see 25, 50, yes. If you see right here, 43.82, we have some resistance. 43.65, we have some buyers. And 43.65, we have like some really massive buyers, a 400 order. If we take this down tomorrow, we will have some substantial pullback, which is equal to 43.50, where we'll find the biggest lot of buyers, which is the gap start. And if we lose that, 43.25, exactly, see, this is the 43.25 where the gap is. This is the last low, 43.45. Here we have more buyers. This is today's low, 43.65. And this is 43.82, which is my Fibonacci resistance. Above 43.95, I do not see anything on the higher end. So this gives me a clear picture that my levels with Fibonacci make sense. Okay, same thing you can validate here. 43.50, this is that level. 43.82, that's that area. Then 43.25 was the area where we have the gap. Then on the higher side, above 43.95 up to 44.58, I do not see anything, which will be a back test as well and a confirmation of continued down move. So in case there is a positive move higher above 43.95, that's we can address. So let's start with short. We can short. We should short on rise between 43.82. Short on rise because right now it is low. 43.82-ish area. Stop loss 4395. First target is 4465. 50. No, not 44. 43. 4365, 4350, 4325. So here, head and I'll say HNS on daily rejected by 61.8, now below 23.6 Fibonacci. Okay, on the higher side, if you want to try buy above 43.95, stop loss 4382, target is 4410, 4458. If you want to give conviction, like the sentiment is so bad, but we have already seen like 2 good days of selling, and Fridays have been a day where we have seen some cool off in the last few months. So if there's a positive move, that's why I don't want to take a chance. I still want to keep conviction as 50-50, and I'll be hoping for the same. That's about ES. Let's jump onto NQ. So NQ again, look at the bloody levels. 15,140. We lost. That was the target. Where it stopped, 15,853. Exactly on my Fibonacci areas. Like I cannot be right all the times. Why these levels work very nicely? Because I use them with combination of a regression channel. This makes my Fibonacci numbers really amazing. You can all create this. The only thing you need is practice, practice, and practice. You cannot compensate practice with anything else. So and again, look at the Fibonacci levels. 38.2 got rejected, right hit 23.6, closed around that. I did not create these levels now. These levels are there for so many months. This broke down, we held directly without, because I did not had any support whatsoever. All right, now 14,850 is a really, really important area. If we lose this, we have a minor gap in NQ. No, that gap was filled when we had this morning star. Again, it's a clear head and shoulders with the neckline. If I take this length, I should be looking at 14,121. That's the logic. Like whichever the height of the shoulder, we will actually go down to that length on the downside. So if I create level, 15,850 is an important stop loss. So short NQ is 14,850. Come on, man. 14,850. Sell below 14,835. If we lose this area, first target will be right here for tomorrow. 14,700. 14,710. And then 14,625. In both the cases, that 34 has taken over the 12 EM. So 34 by 12. I cannot write like full sentences. So I'm just keeping this one. Now, if we have to try long, I don't see anything long happening, but in case we get a potential, then we can try above 14,935. Stop loss is 14,850, which is a big stop loss. 15,000 and 15,140. I don't think that's a good trade because the stop loss is huge. But if someone wants to try, I would say try only above this area. This will give you some level of confidence that yes, there is some bounce in the market. Okay. Triple Q. Triple Q came exactly to 357, but it created a gap, which I don't like. Trend is negative. So there is a gap right here on Triple Q. And also like just before this, I just want to intervene and go to SPY. There were a few puts which we were discussing. 12, 15, 419 puts. Okay. Just look at their prices. Also, there was 10, 24, 20 puts, which somebody bought for 20 cents, almost 100,000 lots. There are 1,000 lots still. So this guy booked some profit today. 85,000 is the volume. This guy entered maybe last week for 20 cents. Today, and these were like 100,000 puts. Today, it is $3.50. Imagine the amount of money this guy is making. Also, I'm just checking this because I wanted to make sure that if these are closed, we may bounce. So open interest was 11,000 for 419 puts, which got increased. And today's volume. So these puts are still open. So somebody is really serious about these puts. He entered at like price 3. Now they're at 720. So these people are still holding these puts on the short side. Triple Q, head and shoulders. I'll be shorting below 350, 735. 350, 735. If we lose this, then the first, like this will be my next candle. I think it will be 350, 550. 350, 350, 190. And you can sell below 357.35. Like once you start to go down, just follow the Heikinshi candles and you will not require to worry about it. Now, in case you're interested to buy, we may also get a bounce here, but buy above 359. Target will be the gap fill, which is high is 361.60. And then 364.50. So these are the levels. Again, head and shoulders. Same reason. So these are three areas. Like I can easily put 60-40 on short side. I can even like go to 70. But again, Friday has been a day where we have seen the move on the higher side. Short covering happens. This may or may not happen tomorrow. I would like to see based on the data. So right now, I am staying positive on 50-50. I do not want to take a chance. Apple. Apple has been holding my 173.50 area. Again, Apple is a hammer. Like when you are actually doing a scan, this has a small, tiny body, tiny wick at the bottom. So when you're doing a scan, automatic scan, this is going to ignore it. So when I look at them, I take into cognizance those things and then trade. Apple, if it loses 173.50, the next leg will go down. Right now, I am at Apple. It has gone down. So if it goes below 173.50, which I think I'll not sell it here. I'll be, in fact, let's sell it here. Let's buy. Sell below 173.50 because this wall has been hit multiple times. But like it's a hammer. I don't want to take a risk. But if it loses 173.50, we have to hit the gap. So let's see if we can hit the gap. Like in a short way, it's actually making a M. Okay, so if we lose M, we should hit 167. So let's go with that. Sell below 173.50, your stop loss should be 174. In the past, we found the lowest level was this one, which is 170.50. And then 164.30. M pattern, M pattern, and fill the gap. That is right there. AMD, AMD was my short. AMD broke below this area, a massive area. Now it needs to go and find space around 93, 96. So all I can do is, because right now it's very much oversold, not oversold, like it's in a territory where it may find some breathing space. Like if you want to be a little cautious, there's a gap right there on AMD, which I remember around 50, 70. Also, there's a gap around 50-ish area on AMD, which needs to be filled. So in this case, this line, which in the past has provided some resistance in this line. So let me see if I can use them for my reference from the past. So 96.60. And okay. So AMD stop loss is 97. Sell on rise towards 96.60. Target is 93.65. And then 90. And see, it was an inside week breakdown below 100. Now we are finally breaking down. Yeah, AR, I don't know what you're talking about. We'll see. But don't let me lose my focus. Amazon, I was really bullish on Amazon, but now Amazon is breaking down. Again, it broke down the moment it lost 134.65. That is again 38.2 Fibonacci area. 129 has been an area where we have seen some level of consolidation in the past. So let me do one thing. Let me just check for two things. Let me go into book. Where is my black box? Black box. Let's look if we have anything on AMD and Amazon. And thank you very much, guys, for joining in. AMD. $70 put is there for $1 million. Wow. 97, 98. 97 calls were really aggressive. But then we lost 97. Now we are at 95. This flow is losing all the IV. The prices are also gone. So let's see tomorrow. Nothing substantial in AMD. Let me just filter it for anything above 500,000. Very limited. These are spreads. Spreads. This is an interesting spread between AMD. This is the butterfly, where they are making a positive buy with 105, 120 call. That's a bullish spread. And then there's a bearish put, which is also there. What I do is I check the timestamps. These timestamps at the same second. This is the trade. It's a broken butterfly. Not even a butterfly. It's a one call spread and one put open. 95 put is there. 600,000. All in all, it's a good setup on the short side. Let's also look at Amazon. Just be on the safer side. Amazon puts anything. Amazon 135 call was sold with 3 million. Put was bought. Call was sold. All these puts were sold. It's not clear. Like we have 130 calls, which started at 10. That's 1 million. Then 10, 1.6 million. Then 11.73 million. After that, it's not there. 130 puts. The puts are getting aggressively added 1,000, 1,000, 4,000 for 11, 17, 130 puts. So yeah, it's showing negative view. So I am of the opinion if we 190, oh, there was a gap. Wow, this was the gap which got filled today. So now this gap should act as a resistance. Now here, if I go and see what's the low value, 130.58. This should provide some resistance. So Amazon is now short 130.6. Sell on rise to 130. And if we lose that, we have this area, which is 126. Then 123.24. So breakout is possible on Amazon. I'm going to mark this into red, but you can buy above 131.80 with 130.6 stop loss. Because breakout has happened. Now Amazon has come back to an area where it was facing with some breakout issues. So backtest is done. BA, I'm going to remove this shit from my list. Caterpillar. Caterpillar finally broke down. Caterpillar can break down much more. I'm insisting on Caterpillar to break down like towards 269, but now it's right there. In case, uh, like as usual, it worked on Thursday, this Caterpillar. So 275-ish is my stop loss now. Caterpillar is 275. 30 is my stop loss. Sell on rise if you can get 273.74. If you can get anything here, you can try short 269. If it loses 269, right into the gap towards 265.20. 269, 265.20. It's a breakdown, lost 12 and 34 EMA. Can go for gap. AR, you can come when I go to uh, discussion sign. CRM, CRM have earnings just last few days. Finally, CRM is also losing that 208-ish area. Now, it has found support at 204, and this is the consolidation area. So if Microsoft is strong, CRM should get some level of strength. So I will take into cognizance somewhere around 206 is my stop loss on CRM. 206. Like sell below for 215 for 204. It is done now. So I am buying near 207. I don't think so. It should fall from here, but if it does, then it will be really difficult for us to manage it. 209 and 211. Crowd today did my target of 172, and from 172 it came back, tested 34 EMA, back tested, which is good, closed right on my Fibonacci of 61. So this should become a good stop loss. If we can bounce, then crowd will be the best to trade. It's a uh, crowd. I will still keep as positive. 162.50. Go above 164.60. Target 168, 172. Yes. If market is there, crowd is the best support. Okay, then is Google. So Google, I think, got some recovery in the day after, like, they introduced that yes, they have their partnership with AVTO. So 130 and 66. This is a good consolidation period. Again, a back test of the consolidation is always good, similar to Amazon. So Amazon, if crosses 130, 160, I'm positive on Amazon. Same thing. If Google goes from here, I'm more than happy on Google. So for Google, my entry will be above 130.75. So by above 130.75, my stop loss will be today's low, which is 130. very small, tiny stop loss. Target will be 132.80. And then 133.30. These are small targets right near, but these are there. Meta. Meta is one stock which I am just, see, it's perfect dodgy. And now we have made a dodgy. We are also making an M. So if we lose to 98 on the higher side, then try long. For now, Meta, I want to try shorts. Or I want to try buy longs. Let's, because this is a dodgy. So potential morning star. Top loss should be right here at 295.60. Buy above 298. Test 308 value MA, and then at the top 305. Sell below 295.6 for these two levels. So that's about Meta. Triple M. Triple M lost 98. Now it's like in going into a territory where either it will bounce or it will go down really badly. So I'm removing Triple M as well for now. Microsoft. So Microsoft did from 320 to 330 to 320, but Microsoft has the same big dodgy. If we can open up 321, so Microsoft is now positive because it's evening star. It has done its job. Buy above 320.75. Stop loss is 319. Target is 324.50. 328. So this is level for Microsoft. I'm positive on Microsoft. Like I'm positive on Apple. If it crosses 178 area, if it does, then it's good. Otherwise, it will go down. But Microsoft is showing some strength. So Microsoft. Netflix tried to break out but failed. It's a hammer at the bottom. Filled the gap. So in case it goes above 387, things can actually push. Sorry guys, I'm totally exhausted from work and here. P84. Target is 396 and 406. 396 and 406. Gap was filled. Gap filled. Yeah, that's expected line, so market can continue its direction. Nvidia lost 425 and now it's trading at 408. Again, it's an area of a breakdown. See, if you want to make money, try Nvidia puts for the next week. If this doesn't work out, it will fall really badly on Nvidia. Now, stop loss here with Nvidia is, I'm going to mark this as short. It's sell near 3. What Microsoft is 414. Sell below 410. No, Nvidia 410, 420. What are the levels? 400, 180, 400, 180, and then we hit 394, 395. So Nvidia is a short with clear number. Roku, like last time we talked about 72 gap fill, which was there. It has all done. Now, if it has to bounce, this is the right area to bounce. Like from 72 above, it should be fine. So now it's positive. Buy above 72. And then look for 72.6. Stop loss is 72. Target is 75.45. 78.25. That's Roku. Snow got butchered today. Like Snow came down very heavily with Microsoft. Massive, massive, massive sell. It will come down because it has lost that 38. Should come to 12 EMA to find the support. Otherwise, it's going to be very difficult for Snow to persist here. So right here, if I use the simple logic of the size in between 150.75, Snow stop loss is 150.75. I'll just make this red right away. Then we are looking at 145.50. That is for Snow, 145.50 and 142.20. It's not a buy, it's a sell below 150. Last is Tesla. Tesla is in an area where it is breaking down badly. TSLA. Tesla is making a big M. So again, there's a big if here. If this 34 EMA does not provide support and the candle goes down, it will go down towards 236. All this period it has held 34, but now it's getting weaker and weaker and it's shaping M. So I will be very watchful here for Tesla. If, again, I'm repeating, if 256 is lost, Tesla is done. Sell below 256, the stop loss, and sell idea should be around 254.35. 247.2. That will be too far. 250. And target area is 244. 247.20. 240. That's on the short side. Positive side, if you can cross 262. Stop loss in this case, I'll give around 259. Where is the stop loss? 259. Target areas are 262. 265.30, 265.30, and then right there 270. 270. Oh, today is. So guys, I'm going to share the Zoom link. Please join quickly because I'm actually very exhaustive because I have to travel 2 hours each side in the morning. So if you can jump, let's discuss your questions and then talk about them. So I'm going to wait for you guys to join in. In between, I have 2 spaces. If we find any ticker to be good for addition, we'll do that. Guys, please join the live session for any discussion. I've shared the Zoom link. You can jump on and join. We'll talk about all the tickers which you have shared. Yes, Sonu.
Hi, Naval Bhai. Good evening. First of all, thank you for doing this every day, even though it's.
I should charge like $1,000 from you every time.
No, Naval Bhai, seriously.
You are my favorite person on the call.
Okay. Okay, just I've not been doing well myself. Anyway, just quick question, Bhai. Can you please, like you looked at the AMZ, Amazon and NVIDIA flow, could you please look at NVIDIA flow just and what you see? I don't have black box.
So if you don't have black box, don't worry. Go to analyze. Go to option times and sales. Okay. And you will have the same flow right here. All the data with timestamps. Like for example, I need to pick up NVIDIA.
Yes, fine.
NVDA. Go right here into trade, analyze, whatever. Like in both, we have these options. But I use analyze. So in analyze, go to option time and sales, and you will have the purple is put, the blue is call, the green is bought above the ask, red is below the ask. If the price is black, it means it was bought in between. Okay.
Okay.
So right now you see 400 puts right at the close. They were getting bought. 59, 59. Not enough quantity. 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 2, 2. The prices are right there. Okay.
Yeah, but the quantity was very small, right?
This is small, but
yeah.
Again, this is timestamp based. If you want to do a sorting on quantity, you can do a quantity.
No, my just request was if you can take a quick look at on black box because you see a lot more things.
Exactly same data. Exactly same data. You can just choose quantity, maybe like Come on, it's very slow. Let's say from 200 onwards. You'll see everything from 200 onwards. And same thing, if the prices are in green, they are bought above the ask. These are spreads, which you can clearly see. Okay, and the rows in yellow, this was the massive contract. So somebody bought 460 puts for 5,900 quantity at 47.70. This happened at 3 o'clock.
For tomorrow?
Yes. These were not closed. And the underlying at that time was 412.
So Naval bhai, why would somebody do this? Buy put at such a higher price?
Maybe he's trying to hedge his positions.
Okay. Overall flow to you looks bearish or very bearish?
It's bearish. It's 100% bearish. Look, I only did 200 puts and 200 by quantity. What came in? Puts and puts.
Yes, I get it.
Okay. So this is how you can check. You do not have to depend on anybody.
Okay.
You can check and it will give you clear direction. Spread above the ask, spread below the ask. Anything which is black is middle price. Anything red or green is the price. And there's a complete, what you call, documentation available to read the colors.
Is this only the stuff in the broker, or is it across brokers?
It's across all exchanges.
Gotcha.
If you want to add exchange, like you can see CBOE, Best, Nasdaq, all exchanges. Now, only thing which I do not know or I'm not able to recollect why this is in yellow color. That's the only thing I need to just remind myself. You see, if some rows are shaded in yellow, that's the only thing I...
Right, and some have white background.
White background is normal. Yellow background, I need to figure out.
Okay.
But this is like clearly PPP, and these are all timestamp based. In all the last hours, look, puts. And these are like puts at 5,900, 3,300, 5,900. There are many puts which came in.
That is huge quantity of puts, right? Expiring tomorrow for higher prices.
Yes, these are like, I think we have one. These are most likely be spreads. 462, 457, 465, 460. Maybe somebody took a put and now they want to just close those spreads. Or like buy those spreads for like 100% return. Maybe, I don't know, because these are all spreads. What was the rationale? I don't know. It happened right from 2:59 to 3 o'clock. And if you want to see the same data of NVIDIA right here, I'll just show you. Let's look at only multi-legs and at 3 o'clock. 2:59, right? 3,300, 3,300 to 5,900. Exactly same data will be there. 460, 457, 462, 465, 467. This is exactly same. So these are actually added. That's why they were in green there. But these are spreads right there. These are all spreads.
So these spreads were added today.
These spreads were added today, yes. And you can count, like you can, if you take this snapshot, like of, let me just clear this. If you take a snapshot from right here to this piece, you will find exactly same data, which is over there with the number of lots. price timestamp and strikes. That's exactly the same data, which is right there, 259. Like even you can count the rows. There are 8 rows and there are 8 rows right there.
No, I completely agree with you. My question was, with your experience, can you infer why they, what was the...
There is no logic. I would say these are mostly hedges,
Okay.
which somebody would have bought, and now they just want to make sure they get some cover for their positions,
Okay.
like $5, $10, because it's 100% money which they are paying. So maybe they are doing something different, which I'm not aware.
Okay. And lastly, because you mentioned crowd was positive, would you say the same thing for PA and W? It seems to have covered its gap.
If it did, then it may bounce. Like crowd and PanW, they may be the first one to bounce if market supports. It was a dodgy and then dodgy and then dodgy. Once we lose 232, which we talked last time, if we lose this, we have a massive gap to fill. It's going to fill the gap. It has not filled the gap yet.
Oh, it has not. I'm not in front of my... Oh, yeah, you're right. It hasn't. Yeah.
So it needs to fill the gap.
So it has more downside to go.
Yes.
Till 2?
Yeah, you can always check here.
Okay, I get it. I get it.
All right.
I joined late. I don't know if you covered UNH or not, but if you have time.
Sure, we'll talk about UNH. Before that, like Raj, you had your hand raised. Go ahead.
Hey, Naval. Yeah, it was my first time joining. Thanks for all you do. Yeah, I had a question regarding UNH as well, so I just wanna.
Okay, let me open
check
UNH.
here.
UNH. So UNH 500 calls back to back in 2 days. There was a flow which came in. I ended up in some loss here because then, like the day I entered, it went down from 487 all the way to 478, and then back to back 2 days we saw some substantial upside. Now, if technology is weak, this is inverted head and shoulders around 500. If 500 holds, we should see 517. That's UNH. So 500 needs to hold to do anything positive. Get that answer, you Raj and Zoom user. I don't have your name.
It's
Yeah,
Abe.
thanks, Naval. Yeah, 500 was rejecting quite a few times. That's why I was curious. Is there any hard resistance at 500?
Resistance will come around 508 area and then 512, but target is 517. Get that answer.
They have earnings coming up. They have earnings coming up too in October.
It's
couple
Abe.
weeks. Yeah, 500.
Okay. Earnings are like too far for now. There's big things which may happen within that time. So I'll ignore the earnings for now. Okay. Shrikant.
Yeah, and thanks for doing this. So I want to request to take a look at ENPH.
ENPH, yes, we can do that. I can also include it in my list. ENPH bounced right here. Okay.
And I am seeing on my chart 127, and if we cross the 34 EMA, I am seeing 140.
Let's make the new chart. So that's how I'm going to use my regression channel. This is the latest high. Let's go down, right click, extend to the right. And today, this is the first rejection. So I am going to create a retracement this time. So let's check if it was correct or not. See, we found the basis right here. We found the top getting rejected, the top getting rejected, 61.8, 38 providing the base. Good. So this is a good Fibonacci. It needs to cross 126. If it does, only then it will test 131.
Okay. Yeah. So Naval, can I ask you a question? So you did the retracement, right?
Yeah.
What I did on my chart, I did the extension, but in the opposite direction that you thought us like you were sharing that in one of the sessions. Like you pick the top and middle and then go for
You
the
can
next top.
do that. There's no harm. Because that
Okay.
will also follow the same thing. The only thing you need to make sure that, like I just tested this, these levels are fine in your Fibonacci. So when we are doing retracements, what we are doing is we just want to see when the stock bounces from a bottom, where it will find the resistances.
Got
When
it.
we are doing extension, we are not bouncing from the bottom, we are bouncing from around 38.2 retracement. So we need to figure out what will be the next leg higher.
Got it. Okay. Yeah. Thank you, Naval. I think I'll make an update to my chat.
Zoom user, you were saying something. Go ahead. No. All right. So guys, I'll post this information. I'll post ENVH. Yes, Firoz, go ahead.
I have a question, but let me share my screen. But it's saying, okay.
We'll be sharing now. Try.
You guys see my screen?
Oh, yes.
Okay. No, this is what I was, pinging in the chat. So if you look at here, we came down. I would just want to understand because I just did the subscription of this book map. So, today, after the close, we came down to like I think it was 839 something. There were some orders sitting. And then, from there, we started bouncing. And when it happened, this order block came, right? It started bouncing like this order block came. It's staying there for now. From that point onwards, things started moving. Does that mean like, somebody is trying to do the gap fill or?
There is no gap fill, it's the resistance. If there's a spike in the morning, they want to sell it. They want to sell the rise.
Oh, okay. And now, I started seeing some of the other order flows, but this one, it's been there almost for 2 hours now.
It will be there until morning.
Until morning, okay.
Yes,
okay,
these orders are not going away.
Okay.
This is to confine the range in the night.
Okay, got it. Okay, yeah, that was my question, in the chat.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Can you stop?
Yeah.
IWM and ENPH. So I can add both of them, Justin. Let's start with ENPH first. ENPH. ENPH is an inside day and a back test. ENPH is positive. Inside day up. Idea to buy above 126.20. Buy above 126.20. Stop loss is a 12 EMA, which is 123, which will be too high. So 124, I would say. Target 131, 132. 130.9, 132.15. 60% inside the up. Then I have IWM. IWM has lost that bridge. 179. It's a head and shoulders. It's going to fill the gap. It will be risky to trade IWM on the short side at this time. It may not fall that much. So I would say if it fills the gap and then holds there for a while, maybe half an hour, 45 minutes, only then it will drop below towards 170. Otherwise, it's going to sustain. It is oversold, almost did half of the head and shoulders. So if it fills the gap, it will provide you some level of breakdown. But if it doesn't, it has a probability of bouncing back strongly. All right, guys. I don't see anyone else. So
One last thing. Can we check? I forgot to ask. Can we check the BKNG?
BKNG, I do not even have anything like made for that.
So I mean, I tell you what. It looks like a double top, and then there is a gap, big gap to fill. That's why.
In BKNG, like it has been always like a big mover. Now, in this case, I may use extensions because I'm looking at the area for positive sides. So right from basic to the top and to the bottom. If you lose, like again, if you made a dodgy right here, it makes things a little difficult. So if it loses 30-20, only then you can short it. Otherwise, no.
Okay.
All right.
Thank you.
All right, guys. Thank you. I'll try to speak with you tomorrow. Have a good night and
Thank you, Naval Bhai.
Thank you.